And I realized that after the 7 years, my time is up. Yeah, but in the most beautiful way, honestly. I've loved hosting this show. It's been one of my greatest challenges. It's been one of my greatest joys. I've loved trying to figure out how to make people laugh even when the stories are particular.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I have some moderately good news for you. Trevor Noah has quit The Daily Show after absolutely destroying the legacy that Jon Stewart built. A show that used to pull routinely over 1.5 million viewers every single night, which actually isn't that impressive because this channel does that. But anyway, now, after the ratings have crashed over nearly 70%, he decided, well, it's time that he abandoned ship. I mean, it couldn't possibly be that he was about to get fired. It couldn't possibly be that this show was almost certainly going to be canceled. It couldn't possibly be that his weirdo cult, shtick of being a non-American with an accent and coming here and talking about how terrible America is. I don't know what it is about libs, but they love this. They love when people with accents come to this country and talk garbage about it. It's like, they love Trevor Noah. They like that other, the fat guy on NBC. They like John Oliver. Like, I don't know what it is about libs. Somebody smarter than me will probably do some research into the phenomenon that is that. But for now, after successfully tanking The Daily Show, Trevor Noah quits basically before he could get fired. And all this story after a quick word from this video's sponsor, Established Titles. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Established Titles. Established Titles is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. They allow people to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land so they can call themselves a lord or a lady officially. In return, they commit to plant a tree with every order and protect the beautiful, pristine woodlands of Scotland. Established Titles makes an absolutely amazing gift, and a person could officially get their name changed on documents. Their title pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate and an official certificate with a crest. Established Titles is currently having a really big sale just for you, my subscribers. You can get an additional 10% off any purchase you make with the discount code The Quartering. So click the link below, go to establishedtitles.com/The Quartering and use promo code The Quartering to save an extra 10% today. Trevor Noah quits The Daily Show after Wokery saw viewing figures slump to around 360,000 a show 7 years after taking over from Jon Stewart, who routinely pulled an audience of 1.5 million. Look, I don't think there's any denying that when Jon Stewart ran the show, it was, by that era's definition, pretty left-leaning or pretty, I guess it didn't really feel woke. When Stewart was good, he was like roasting Bush Sr. and stuff like that. But they didn't have like the weirdo pronoun stuff and all this garbage. Now with Trevor Noah, that's basically their offering. I mean, even like you saw this weird screenshot of like his cult audience, everyone wearing a mask and still applauding him when he quit, still wearing a mask in current year. Comedian and talk show host Trevor Noah is leaving The Daily Show after 7 years at the helm, which the late-night infotainment show's viewership declined dramatically. Noah, 38, who hails from South Africa, took over the show from Jon Stewart back in 2015. He revealed the news to a stunned live audience to Thursday's taping of the show, which runs from Monday to Thursday on Comedy Central. Although the show regularly is nominated for Emmy Awards, it has not won since Jon Stewart has left. That's Trevor Noah, right? He embraced his whole, like, he went back to his roots during the lockdown. He grew out his hair. He suddenly knew everything there is to know about social justice, even though he grew up privileged and lived in a $20 million mansion. But, like, you know, that was him. Somebody told him, like, yeah, we got to lean into the woke garbage even more. Who doesn't want to get berated after working all day long? There was a time that I looked forward to Jon Stewart, The Daily Show, every night. Like, I even used to watch the Colbert Report. Then I kind of figured out that, Stephen Colbert is a psychopath. So, by the time he had gone to mainstream television, he's also, how does he still have a job? He's just awful. Anyway, viewing figures were typically around 1.5 million for each episode of Stewart's tenure and rose as high as 2.5 million in 2013. 9 years later, and viewing figures for the week of September 19th through the 25th showed The Daily Show pull in an audience of only 360,000, according to television and film rating sites ShowBuzzDaily.com. A drop partially attributed to the rising popularity of YouTube and streaming platform versus legacy media, Get Wrecked, but also associated with the show's increasing political bias and perceived tilt towards embracing woke ideology. Now, I don't think that there were a whole heck of a lot of like hardcore conservatives that watched The Daily Show, but like I considered myself like, I don't think I've really moved a ton on like my own political spectrum over the years. I've become more educated on certain, I have an opinion on more things now than I used to then, but my opinions about, say being nice to the environment, being anti-corporation, being anti-censorship, I felt this way since I was 17 years old. And, 20 years, 25 years later, nothing's changed. But certainly The Daily Show was a liberal show. I mean, they never made fun of liberal presidents. They slobbed the knob of Obama nonstop. But like, it still wasn't as heavy-handed. Noah said he had a feeling of gratitude and thanked the audience, because he stole millions of dollars from Comedy Central. I remember when we first started, so many people thought it was crazy. I still think it was a crazy choice, this random African. What a journey it's been. It's absolutely amazing. After 7 years, my time is up. He's not quitting. He got fired. Make no mistake about it. I've loved hosting the show, he said, through audible gasps from the crowd. Though the decision to step down may not come as a surprise amid dwindling viewing figures. Noah's exit announcement comes after he was spied on New York's East Village with Dua Lipa. I don't care who that is. Sparking rumors he's dating a pop star 11 years younger than him. Well, why wouldn't he? Don't care about who he's dating. If she's over 18, don't care. And here's what what's even more hilarious. Gutfeld, okay, a conservative nightly talk show. It's comedy. It's on Fox. Is the number one show. The number one show on TV. 2.1 million viewers. Then he's beating Stephen Colbert's Late Show. Crushing Jimmy Kimmel. Destroying The Tonight Show. The 11th Hour, never even heard of it. Fox News at Night, 1 million viewers. Real Time with Bill Maher doesn't even crack 1 million viewers per episode. I had a video uploaded the other day. That's just that single video's got 500,000 or 600,000 views. How's that doing, actually? Yeah, it's over 5. It's close to 600,000 views. One of my 5. Don Lemon, 500,000 views. Last week, tonight, 523. That's the other thing. That's the other weird America sucks from a British guy perspective. That show only has 500,000 viewers. And then you have The Daily Show. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 13th. Dead last. But yeah, I'm sure he's quitting because he's ready to move on. I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with people saying, yeah, you're going to be fired. I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with them saying like, hey, we can do you a favor and let you get out of here with your dignity by letting you quit instead of firing you. Because that's what it is. In his exit speech, Noah noted the length of his tenure and the errors of the show that had endured, including Trump. By the way, after Trump was gone, it really collapsed. All these shows that like exploded in popularity because of national TDS, it couldn't maintain. There are a lot of shows, and you could say that mine is one of them that was kind of like the other side of that, making fun of TDS. Most of us are still around. And shows like Gutfeld and that, like, I'm sure he makes fun of the left. I'm certain of it. 2.1 million viewers. Jason Willock, is it illegal to talk about things? Used to think the standard talking point. This story only mentions diversity. Performance is irrelevant. Only diversity matters. Trevor Noah stunk for 7 straight years. Christian Toto, shout out, good guy. Saw him transform it for a new generation of viewers who are more at home and on social media than they are on cable outlets and broadcast networks. Translation, the show had lousy ratings. He might be a nice person, but my God, is he not funny? Terrible replacement for the brilliant Jon Stewart. I never understood it. Bobby Burke, finally some good news. Woke hack. Very unfunny. Trevor Noah is out at The Daily Show. His problem, his jokes sucked and were unoriginal. Well, of course they were on. I mean, it was the show stunk. It relied exclusively. James Corden's the fat British guy. Yeah, the show relied exclusively on TDS, and then you end up with writers that get put in these rooms who can write TDS jokes, but then once you don't have the Orange Man anymore, and you have to actually write a joke, or you have to actually be entertaining, this is what happens. I hope that they just end the show, because I can't imagine anyone restoring what this once was. Absolute embarrassment for Trevor Noah, who managed to completely dump away a once great nightly institution. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it and you click that red subscribe button down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.